If you're a small business owner or even an employee of a small business, then you probably need to think about health insurance. So we're going to talk about a few of your options in today's video. Now, although we try to be as thorough as possible in these videos, we do recognize that health insurance is confusing. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to give us a call at the number on the screen. And of course, you can always reach us in the comments below, and we are more than happy to help. But before we get too far into today's video, a friendly reminder, please make sure to subscribe to stay up to date and make sure to click that like button so we can get this info out there to others who are looking for the same type of information. If you're a small business owner with less than 50 full-time employees, then you are not required to provide health insurance. So if you are an employee working for a small business, you of course may need to look elsewhere. However, as an employer with a small business, you may still want to consider some health insurance options to entice the best possible talent. So the first option that we're going to discuss is S.H.O.P. S.H.O.P is the Small Business Health Options Program, and if you have less than 50 full-time employees, you may want to look into it. So as I just said, if you have less than 50 full-time employees, you're not legally obligated to provide health insurance, but you may want to do so anyway. In fact, a recent study indicated that 56% of U.S. adults with employer-sponsored health benefits said that whether or not they like their health coverage is a key factor in deciding to stay at their current job. And 46% said that health insurance was either the deciding factor or a positive influence in choosing their current job. Eligibility for S.H.O.P is determined by your state's criteria. So today we're going to be focusing on the states that use healthcare.gov. But if you're uncertain whether your state uses healthcare.gov or their individual marketplace, you can log on to healthcare.gov and it will redirect you if need be. Now, generally speaking, in order to be eligible, your business must have between 1 and 50 full-time employees, and this cannot include the owner of the business or the spouse of the owner of the business. And at least 70% of the employees must elect to take part. So let's check out healthcare.gov to learn a little more. This page on healthcare.gov provides some important information on S.H.O.P. So you can see here that this is the Health Insurance for Business page. And if you scroll down, then you'll see some very important articles. So as you can see, small employers, generally those with 1 to 50 employees, may be eligible to purchase coverage through S.H.O.P. And you can claim the Small Business Health Care Tax Credit. So if you want to see if you qualify for savings, this is the page you have to go to. And you'll see here that you may qualify if you have fewer than 25 full-time employees, and the average employee salary is about $56,000 per year or less, and you pay at least 50% of your full-time employees' premium costs. Also, if you offer S.H.O.P coverage to all of your full-time employees. Okay, so on this page, you would answer some simple questions to get an idea of what your tax credit might be, whether you're a tax-exempt employer or a non-tax-exempt employer, how many full-time employees you have. Then if you click part-time employees, you may or may not have part-time employees, at which point you'd have to fill that out. Your total estimated employee wages, so whatever your employees' salaries are, times the amount of employees that you have. And then if you pay at least 50% or more of your employees' premiums, you would click that. And based on the plan or plans that you're offering, the estimated amount that you're going to pay towards the premiums. And once you put in all that information, it would tell you whether or not you are eligible for one of those tax credits. And if so, it would give you an estimate as to how much that would be. Now, if you don't elect to offer health insurance to your employees, or you are an employee of a small business that doesn't offer health insurance, there are, of course, still other options. The first of which is marketplace insurance. Now, we have so many videos dedicated to the topic of marketplace insurance plans, so make sure to check out our channel if there is a topic that you'd like to explore more deeply, and of course, you can message us in the comments, we'll answer questions or redirect you towards the video. So right now, I just wanted to go over a few fast facts about marketplace insurance. First and foremost, you cannot be charged more or denied based on pre-existing conditions. This is part of the Affordable Care Act. Next, all plans must offer at least the 10 essential benefits, such as ambulance rides, emergency services, hospitalization, pregnancy and newborn care, mental health, prescription drugs, rehab and habilitative services, lab work, preventative and wellness services, and pediatric care. Also, there are those 4 metal tier options. There's platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. Now, platinum doesn't mean the best, and bronze doesn't mean the worst. It simply has to do with the cost share breakdown. Generally, platinum plans will cover more of the cost share, and bronze plans will cover less of the cost share. And then, of course, you can choose between HMOs, sometimes PPOs, and then EPOs. HMOs will, generally speaking, be your least flexible, lowest cost plans. PPOs will, generally speaking, be your most flexible, highest cost plans. And EPOs are somewhere in between. And another very important component of marketplace insurance plans are premium tax credits. Premium tax credit eligibility is determined by your household size and your income. And basically, a premium tax credit is just a tax credit that is paid up front, and it's reflected in a highly discounted monthly premium. Now, this can save you, and I'm not exaggerating, quite literally thousands of dollars per year. Another option is private insurance. Specifically, I want to talk about short-term medical plans. And there are definitely pros and cons that you want to take into consideration. So for the pros, short-term medical plans are relatively inexpensive, especially when compared to marketplace plans without a premium tax credit. Also, short-term medical plans offer nationwide PPO coverage, which is very hard to find with a marketplace plan. Short-term medical plans are customizable, so you can really pick and choose the benefits that you need. And even though they're called short-term medical plans, most plans offer terms of up to 3 years. And even though pre-existing conditions aren't usually covered, many conditions are covered in the second year of a multi-year plan. Now, as to the cons, there are some that you may want to take into consideration. For example, for a short-term medical plan, there is medical underwriting required. And that means if you have a multitude of pre-existing conditions, you could be denied, you could be charged more, and your condition likely won't be covered in the first year. And many conditions are just not covered in the first year, or possibly not at all. Because of this, short-term medical plans really aren't ideal for all, especially if you have difficult to treat pre-existing conditions, you're pregnant, or you have small children. And unfortunately, short-term medical plans are just not available everywhere. Now, as a small business owner, even if you are unable to provide full coverage for your employees, you may want to contribute meaningfully in some way. For example, many small business owners choose to contribute to employees' HSAs. And remember, we're really just talking about health insurance in this video, but you may also want to consider dental and vision as well. Now, these plans are much less expensive, especially when compared to health insurance. As always, if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to give us a call at the number on the screen, and you can message us in the comments below. Now, we are licensed nationwide, and there's absolutely no charge for our services, so please feel free to give us a call with any questions. And of course, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date, because we do release these videos on a weekly basis. And of course, before you go, click that like button, give us a thumbs up so we can get this info out there. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.